Hello and welcome. By the end of this video, you would understand why prices of lands differ when you come to the Ningo Prampram District. Like every other district, prices of land differ from places that are already developed and places that are now developing. Okay, so today we are on our way to Dawa. You pass through Chopoli to Dawa. Okay, so by the end of this video, you would know why some prices are very expensive in the Ningo Prampram District, and then some are very cheap. Okay, so and how far apart they are from each other. Okay, so by the end of this video, you would have answers to some of the doubts in your mind. Okay, so not everywhere in the Ningo Prampram District is Prampram. Okay, Prampram is like the center, it's like the Accra of the Ningo Prampram District. Okay, so we have the Ningo Prampram District. We have Ningo, we have Old Ningo, New Ningo, Great Ningo, Prampram. We in the center where everything is centered. Most of the companies, the Ghana Water Company, the ECG, the fire service, you can name it, they are all centered there. So they are like the Accra, okay, the greater Accra of Ningo Prampram District. Okay, and then we have Ningo, Old Ningo, developing places. We have Chopoli, Dawa, so many places. Nigbenya Dawa District is also, in fact, the Ningo Prampram District is one of the fastest developing, very beautiful place. And then we have the developed places, and then the now developing places when you come here. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to show you the difference. So in this video, we started from the Central University, okay, the Prampram Junction towards the Central University, and then we are going all the way to Dawa. Okay, and then we will be back to see lands, okay, in available lands in Chopoli, okay, and then parts of Bueko, right? We try to cover Bueko as well. In fact, trying to go everywhere when you go to these places is not easy, okay, because here is huge, like I always say, and I still stand by the thing. What I always say, that the Greater Accra region is one of the hugest regions in Ghana, because the Ningo Prampram District alone is not a joke. To circulate the whole place is not a joke. Okay, we tried to cover most of the place, okay, but it wasn't easy. Me myself, by the time I came home, I couldn't walk. Okay, so by the end of this video, you have answers to most of the questions you have, or most of the doubts you have. Okay, so you see, this part of the Ningo Prampram District is where most of the companies are located. We have the B5 company, we have the baby something, a diaper manufacturing company, we have roofing sheets company. A lot of companies are located here. That is because this place is the isolated part. Okay, this is on the Aflao Accra main road, Aflao Tema main road. Okay, so this part of the Ningo Prampram District is where the Aflao road is located, and this is, we have Lakleku, we have Nigbenya Dawa, where Chopoli is also. Nigbenya is Chopoli. Okay, that the popular name for Nigbenya is Chopoli, and then we went to Dawa. Okay, so these places are places that those in Prampram call these places the villages. Okay, Accra is nobody's land. Some people hail from the Ningo Prampram District. Okay, and then some people hail from Ningo, but because they are located in Accra and they have beautiful lands, okay, people try to settle because of the pressure in Accra. People are now moving to these places to buy lands, okay, because the lands in Accra, Pokwasi, most of them are exhausted, and because the prices over there now, they are way up the sky. Okay, so people are trying to move towards this place, because this place, when you buy a land here, going to the beach is a few minutes drive. Okay, and it's easier. Finding your way around here is easier. There are places that when you live, it is not easy to even get a vehicle to transport you to wherever you're going. But because the Ningo Prampram District is privileged, because they have the Aflao Tema road just behind them, so, or in between them. So if you live anywhere around here and you manage to get to the roadside, you can get a car to Ashaiman, to Accra, or anywhere. Even if you're going to Aflao or you're going to Togo or anywhere, you can pick a car from here and then you go to your destination. See, this is Pharmanova company. This is the Atlantic Life Sciences company, where it's a drug manufacturing company. Pharmanova, the popular Pharmanova, that's where it's also located in the Ningo Prampram District. So the Ningo Prampram District is very, very blessed, okay, with beautiful companies and job opportunities. I told you in the last video that job opportunities are rampant here, okay. So if you have any sibling who is struggling to get a job in town, tell them to look this way too, okay. There are companies all over here. They should just come towards that lane, choose any company on the roadside, go there and do their research. Even fuel pump, you see a lot of fuel companies are now relocating on this road, okay. So we have Westport, Gaso, all name all those popular fuel stations. They have their branches here, and you can count about 15 fuel stations on this stretch, okay, because it's a huge place. And because of that, job opportunities for fuel pump attendants and all is very, very easy to find here, okay. So that's the Heaven's Gate estate, and a lot of estates are here, okay, towards this lane. And the population here is not that much. Here is not as developed. Access to schools and all that is not so easy over here, because here's some kind of new site, very, very new site. So prices of lands here differ from prices of lands in Prampram, where development is complete over there. Do you understand? So how much you can get a land to buy here is completely different from how much you can get a land to buy in Prampram, okay. You can get lands, price of lands in Prampram are about 3 times more than what you can get here. Even some are even as much as high as 10 times more. Do you understand? Because Prampram is already sold. All right, lands in Prampram is already sold, so you can get it to buy from people who already bought it, and then now they are taking profit, okay. But over here you can get it in a prime way, okay, that nobody has bought yet. You see the Westport filling station I was talking about. It's a beautiful one located here, okay. So price of land here is different, but on the main road, the lands over there are purposely for commercial users, okay. And commercial lands are very, very expensive, all right, and most of them are already bought. Some of them are now making their walls, okay. So this list is mostly companies located all over here. Last one company also there, I think it's a paint company, one something company that over there. So there are a lot of companies on this stretch, okay. And the residential parts, they are very prime. They are very new. With only a few residents. People have built their houses, but they have not moved in yet. But only a few people. You can go to one about 10 acres of land, and you can count about just 4 buildings on it, because it is now developing, okay. People don't feel safe to live in isolated places like that, even though there are opportunities over there whereby you can do some stock rearing or something before people even realize, before even people move over the place. You would have made it, all right. But it's not so safe to live in an isolated place, because when somebody is attacking you, nobody will be there to save you, okay. So price of land here differ a lot, okay. So today we are going to Chopuli, we go to Dawa, we try to enter places, and one of the main farming opportunities over here is watermelon, tomatoes. That's what the farmers cultivate a lot: watermelon, pepper, and then tomatoes. And these are the ones that they farm a lot. And even look at Chopoli now. This is the entrance to Chopoli. You see how developing the place is. But on the roadside, I'm not sure you can get a land to buy. But inside, that's where it's lands are being sold. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you will see those places where lands are located, and where you can find lands to buy in Chopoli. Okay, so these are all places in the Ningo Prampram District, a very very huge and beautiful district. And even the lands that they are roads that they are saying is not tarred crampono. You know, it's some places in Accra is better than it, but they are crying over here that their roads are not some of the roads over there are not okay, because this is the other side of the Ningo Prampram District where growth is not that much. Okay, so over here we're heading towards Dawa. Okay, this is how the place looks now when you're going to Dawa, and their road here, because it's a very very busy road, a main ECOWAS road, it is always on point. Okay, they try their best to make it very very neat. Okay, so over here we were on our way to Dawa. Okay, Dawa, Dawa is so special to me. Okay, I'll tell you later. Okay, so Dawa, we were on our way to Dawa. Okay, from the Nigbenya Dawa. This is the Nigbenya Dawa district. Like Nigbenya Dawa, that's the name of this place. Okay, and also known as Chopoli and Dawa. But then the original name for Chopoli is Nigbenya. Okay, that's where the indigenous Dangwes named the place, and then it was nicknamed Chopoli, and now Chopoli is taking over. Okay, but it's indigenous name is Nigbenya. Okay, so those Dangwes, they understand. So this is the barrier where the barrier for Chopoli, from Chopoli to Dawa. Okay, so you see some people did hurry up. Okay, some people did hurry up already, and they came to buy some lands over here. But let me also let you know that from this place to the Prampram Junction, okay, you bypass Dowenya, even to Dowenya there is about 1 hour 30 minutes drive. But from the Prampram Junction to this place is about 35 to 40 minutes drive. But to Dawa is about 45 minutes drive. Okay, so you see how far apart they are. So you can't compare price of land in Prampram to this place. No, it can never happen, because they are very far apart, and these places are now developing. So you can get a land here for as low as 30,000 cities. Okay, as low as 30,000. Even you will not get it by the roadside, though. It's inside. Okay, I don't know what is going on, but their lands for sale are inside. And from the junction to where the lands are, if you are going by like a vehicle, you can't walk. It's not a walking distance at all. So it's about 20 minutes ride, okay, to where the lands are located. From this side to where the lands are located is about 20 minutes drive. So this is why some lands will appear very very expensive, while some are very very cheap. Okay, because these ones are isolated from town. They are, even though it's easy to get a land to town, a vehicle to town, they are isolated. Okay, these ones are, at a different part altogether, and they are not so close to the town, where things and availability of things like a Ghana Water Company and all, maybe they will move here later, because you have to go to Pram before you can have those things. A fire service, Ghana Water Company, ECG office, you'd have to go to Pram. Okay, so that's why prices of lands in Pram can never be compared to this place. And Pram is already developed, a lot of residents over there, a lot of houses are already built and all that. Okay, so over here, and this land, this road, if you are going and you are not strong, it's not easy. The tipper drivers, they are passing by every minute, because it's a commercial land. There's a quarry by the roadside at Dowenya towards Prampram. Towards the Aflawa road. So most of the tipper drivers go and pick their sand or rocks, okay, for building from that place, chippings from that place. So this road is always busy, and people going to Aflao and all are already moving go by this road. And the almighty Dawa Industrial Zone, Dawa Industrial City, Dawa Industrial Zone is located on this stretch. Okay, this is what the former president, sorry, the now reigning president John Dramani Mahama built for Dawa. The Dawa Industrial Zone exists to provide a world-class manufacturing and logistic ecosystem that enables investment, trade, and job creation by offering like a state-of-the-art infrastructure with an SEZ framework. It seems it supports Ghana's shift from consumption-based growth to a production-oriented economy for the sub-region. Okay, so that's all about the Dawa Industrial Zone. Okay, so over here we're almost at Dawa. Okay, for Dawa, this place there are not much lands for sale here. Okay, according to the residents, no, Dawa. Oh, according to the residents, no, Dawa is you see the development of the Ningo Prampram District now, it's coming from Chopoli, from Lakbileku to Chopoli and Bueko, all the way here. All right, so over here we're at Dawa didn't have much to offer in terms of land. Okay, I'm saying this because we asked where building projects were going on, and they said we had to go some far distance. So we just took a turn, and then for us for Chopoli, we are very sure of the lands available there. So we got back to Chopoli, okay, because Dawa didn't have much to offer to us. I don't know for other places. I learned yes, there were projects there, but they were far away, and their lands are already sold. According to the indigenous there, if they were lying, I am also lying because I have no facts to back my claim, because that's what according to the indigens there. Okay, and then going to that place was very very fast, so we took a turn to land at Chopoli. After all, Chopoli is closer to Accra than Dawa, and from Chopoli to Dawa is about 15 minutes drive. Okay, so we went back, and that is the Chips compound at Dawa. It is a very beautiful place, you see. So before we go to Chopoli, let us take a look at how the Dawa Township it looks like. Okay, so this is the lane towards Babi. Okay, Babi is a suburb of Dawa. Okay, so then the Nibenya Dawa district is also the Nibenya Dawa area is also very very huge. Okay, so we have Tesakbo, Agoto, amongst a lot, and Babi, it has, I think there are 7 communities located in Dawa alone. So when I tell you that the Greater Accra region is the greatest, is the biggest region in Accra and Ghana, don't argue, okay? Because, and I always tell you, forget about the Ghana map, okay? And before we go on, please go and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are subscribing and subscribing well, okay? Because I will bring you nothing but the best, okay? And more detailed information about communities in the Ningo Prampram District and in Accra at large, okay? So for now, we are focusing on the Ningo Prampram District, okay? So this is how Dawa in the Ningo Prampram District looks like. And what I noticed is that this place has a lot of indigenous buildings, okay? I Tetendine Bebre, I say Tetendine the main occupation of the gentlemen over here, what I saw was either they were working in some of the factories around, or they were into farming, okay? And then the women were also into farming, dressmaking, blacksmith. Sorry, that's for the men. I saw a man into blacksmith. Those trades that are great grandmothers and great grandfathers left for us. These people are still practicing it, okay? So over here we're back to Chopoli, okay? This is the Chopoli airport city area, Agoto to be precise. So this road was was constructed by the Royal House Chapel Women's Conference, Women's Retreat, when they bought about 100 acres of land in this area, okay, and then they named it Shiloh City, okay. So this place, this road, they call it the Shiloh City. At this part, we were going to check out lands available over here, and I already have a video of lands over here. At that time, lands over here were costing about 25,000 cedis per plot, and it was reviewed recently to, and in Easter, in January this year, I went there, and then we did the video. Latest by March, the prices were reviewed, okay, to new prices, because the airport city is eminent, okay. It is online. It is going to be constructed. Once the airport city is constructed, this place will be, will be another hotspot, okay, because airport area, Charlie, who doesn't want to live close to the airport, okay. So do you know that way back in 2020, 2019, 2018, prices in this area were as low as 5,000. Prices of land in this area were as low as 5,000 cedis. And now, even if we're 30,000, you have to go and beg. Okay, you have to go and beg. Okay, for a share of your own. But one thing about the Ningo Prampram District, I don't know who prays on this land, but their lands are beautiful. It's leveled. It has a lot of sand on it that you can even use to build. There are electricity, bang bang bang, anywhere. Even their new sites with where the place is very isolated, they have, you see electric poles over there. This land, they are blessed though. This district, they are blessed. It's now a municipality, so the Ningo Prampram Municipal um assembly is one of the blessed places I've ever seen, okay, because they are a grassland crampuno is a light wo what must say 2 minutes be a light me 2 minutes be a light. So these are the places in the Ningo Prampram district where development is not that rapid, and because of that, lands are a bit okay here. Price of lands you can get it for 30,000, but it's very isolated from town, from even Prampram itself. You have to drive from Prampram to this place. From Prampram to Prampram Junction is about 10 minutes drive, okay. Then from Prampram Junction to this place is about 35 minutes drive. So in all, and then from to this junction it's about 35 minutes drive, and from this place to where the lands are located it's about 15 to 20 minutes drive. So in all, you spend like 1 hour to get here. So that one, dear, it depends on how you drive and all that, but these places, they are easy to live here, okay, because electricity is here. I don't know for water. I cannot lie. I don't know about water, and I didn't even inquire. But the next time I go there, I promise to go and check if land water is easily available. Yeah, I'm sure, because I saw water tanks. You see, I told you that the main cultivation, that the main farming practice that they practice here is tomatoes, watermelon, and pepper. You saw those bountiful harvest of tomatoes over there in the baskets. Yes, they were transporting it to the town to cash out. So I just said, so you can even, when you buy your land, you can even let some people do some farming on it for you, but you have to buy in large quantities. So by the time people relocate there, as for the estate company, they will tell you, no, our lands are strictly for residential purposes. But in the end of the day, they will not be there every day. So you can do some farming beef for now, and so, because nowadays food in Ghana is expensive, Papa, and I know for every other part of Ghana of the world too is the same. Food is now very expensive, since the resetting of Ghana. The food has not resetted though, because price of food is still the same. Is still the same, even though the dollar has come down kakampo. Still, things are very expensive. But I have so anyhow, your any amount that you have, and you want to be at the Ningo Prampram District. And these places are not closer to the sea, but it's about, like I told you, it's about 1 hour drive to the sea, okay? Or depending on how fast you drive, even when you go by the Ningo Road, you reach the seaside in about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm sure you should be by the seaside, okay? Or 35 minutes approximately. You'll be by the seaside where you can enjoy some sea breeze and all, and then go back to your house. As I say, so it is still close. You are better off than those people living in Tema who have to come drive far. Oh, even Tema people, they also have the sea stretching towards there, so they too, access to the sea is very easy. But those at Amasaman, you are better off than those at Amasaman and Pokwasi and those that place. They have to travel for miles before you get to the seaside. So you are better off than them if you live here. So you see how bare these lands look like. So if they tell you that price of land here is 30,000 and prices of pram, somebody has bought it so many years ago and is selling it for 180,000, and you come and do the then I don't understand you. Understand? So this is the difference between the lands. If you want this one, dear, right now when you go, you get some 30,000. Okay, you can buy about 30 or 100. Okay, but if you want a developed area, you can't come and stand here and say that you have 30,000 and you want to buy land in a prime area like Pram. Like seriously. Okay, so this is the difference between the two. Here is quiet. If you can come and stay here alone, that's fine. Or you buy it and then keep it for later. But it's different. It's far away from Pram itself. The Ningo Prampram District is big and it has a lot of sections. Okay, these are the the cool areas, the now developing areas where lands are still for sale, and the cheapest is 30,000 cedis, and you can get a half plot for 15,000 cedis, and then you get it from the estate people. Okay, that one there is your own. Somebody will say do your own research. Okay, so this is the difference. You see how plain this place look. Yes, this is where you can get cheap lands, but for Pram itself, where development is complete, no, you can't get cheap lands over there. The cheapest land I've heard is the one I exhibited for 180,000. That's the cheapest I've heard. Even my sister in the UK, I spoke to her and asked her how much she bought her land. In 2020, she said she got it for almost 100,000 at Pram, where I did the video. Even hers is even farther. Hers is closer to Dawa, but it's in Pram. She said she got it for as high as 100,000 at that time, and somebody is selling his right now for 180,000. Those who know, they know, and they are ready to buy. But those who don't know will talk anyhow that it's expensive and this and that. But the Ningo Prampram District is a huge place, and there are prime areas and then now developing areas. So these are the difference between the two. Okay, so let me continue to remind you to please subscribe, because nobody will get your time like I'm doing, to be explaining things to you like this. And if you want rich and well detailed information from Ghana, then I am here to serve you and serve you better. Okay, so please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and then tell me what you feel. Tell me your mind, okay, in the comment section, and I would be glad to reply you. Okay, and if you need anything, you can also any more clarification or any more information, you can contact me on the numbers on the screen. Okay, and I would be glad to assist. Okay, so over here, it's a large place. Okay, we are still driving to the place, and you see how the place looks like. It's far. Okay, it's a whole huge place. Okay, so finally we arrived at where we were going to see the lands. Okay, and this place, you see how the sections, the road is not tarred yet, but it's leveled. You see how everywhere, every 2 minutes be a quinding, every 2 minutes be a quinding. The Ningo Prampram District is so well planned, and you see how leveled the lands are. And you've been ages, so Mother Nature presented it for free. Oh, from the Ningo Prampram District, they are blessed though. Their lands cry alone. No, It's very, very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. You see, so you see the difference now. You see how isolated, you wouldn't even see anybody passing. Okay, but when the Shiloh City, the Royal House Chapel ladies are doing their retreat, you see a lot of cars coming to pass by. Okay, so they are, I think, somewhere around Banchinido or Asuchuari. Okay, that's where they got their land. You see, so you are now seeing somebody's house. So they are one B, but they don't have a lot of people living here yet. Okay, and even this is by the roadside. Okay, so these are where you get the price of land very cheap here, and they are as low as 30,000. You get a 70 by 100 plot of land for yourself, and with as low as 50,000 you get a 100 by 100 plot of land. That is bigger than the 70 by 100 for yourself. You can reserve, and this is where this thing is located. The proposed shopping mall is located at this place. Okay, so this is how beautiful. You see, projects are now starting over here. Okay, so you can never compare this place to Prampram itself. Okay, you can never compare this place to Prampram itself, because price of land in Prampram is already sold, but this one you can get it for yourself. It's not in anybody's name yet. Okay, so or they may be in the estate company's name. Okay, so that's the difference. The estate companies have already purchased it, and then they will sell it to you. But for you to get a land from somebody may have bought it, and now they've seen that, hey, from here to Prampram, oh wow, into Sadia, my main tongue had there, and I mean, go to Prampram, they are fine, they can sell it to you. And then I boarding kakra, but from the estate company there, as at January it was 25,000. By now they have moved on to 30,000 per plot. So that was why I did the video and said lands below $2,500. Yes. But now, now $2,500 is about 25,000 cedis. So because of the dollar depreciation, so the cedi has appreciated a little more. So you'd have to pay more. All right. So prices have been changed. Prices have been reviewed, and now a plot of land costs 30,000 here, and this is where the affordable housing also is located. The Saglemi affordable housing is also in this area. Okay, so this is where we came some months ago, about 6 months ago. We did a video here, and I thought I would come to see more houses. So this is where you can get a plot of land for as low as 30,000. You see, people are building their houses, but there was nobody. When we were working there, I was scared. There was nobody around yet. Nobody has moved in yet. The person who moved in, I think, because of the calmness of the place, no, maybe of course some years later, but somebody, I don't know, but the place, the one who had moved in, the one I used to see, is no longer there. The place is more quiet, and this is where you can get land for cheap. And you see, some people have already done their foundation and all. So you see how bare this place is. Yes, this is where you can get lands for very low prices. Okay, yeah, so let's move a little further so that you can see this place well. Okay, we try to do a 360. See how bare the land is. A lot of people have bought it already for keeps. Okay, and then the proposed shopping mall, we will draw closer to it so that you see how it is proposed and still in progress. The person has secured it and labeled it as a proposed shopping mall. So indeed, this place has a future. Yeah, it still has a future for anybody who is interested to buy. Okay, and that's the proposed shopping mall over there. So huge, and then when completed it would look so nice. Okay, yeah, that's it. So huge. So this is where you can get lands for very cheap prices for now, and the cheap price is 30,000 cedis per plot, 70 by 100. That's if it's not reviewed anytime soon, because the proposed airport is also there, and the government who proposed that proposed airport is in power now. So immediately he was elected, shim, the prices were shot. And by December, I don't know, but for now it's 30,000 per plot. Okay, so let us take a look around.
Open the book, let your mind take flight. Pages of dreams in the soft lamplight. Each word a spark, each line a glow. Fuel for the fire to help you grow. Breathe in deep, let the calm surround. Every answer here waiting to be found. Step by step you're building your way. Knowledge will guide you day by day. Hands on the keys, let the rhythm guide. Every note a door that's open wide. Your thoughts align like stars in the sky, shining bright as the moments pass by. Breathe in deep, let the calm surround. Every answer here waiting to be found. Step by step you're building your way. Knowledge will guide you day by day. Mistakes are stones that pave the path. Each stumble leads to a hearty laugh. The journey's long, but you're not alone. Each page you turn becomes your own. Breathe in deep, let the calm surround. Every answer here waiting to be found. Step by step you're building your way. Knowledge will guide you day by day.
What are you waiting for? Please subscribe to this beautiful channel. Okay, please subscribe. Okay, so from here we were going to see how Bueko in the Ningo Prampram District looks like. Okay, so we will be going to Bueko for you to see how the place looks like before you go home. Over here I was exhausted. Okay, we were so exhausted. Okay, it's not easy going about taking a video of the place. It wasn't easy. The place is huge. This place alone is huge. Hey, Little Accra. It's a mystery to be unraveled. Okay, and from here, from the Ningo Prampram District, you go to Sege. From Sege, you go to, is it Bato or Ada? Yes, you go to Ada. and then bigger than Adafua, you know, before you go to the Volta region. You see how big and huge the Greater Accra region is. Yeah, Greater Accra is huge. Okay, so you see how plain this place looks like. Yeah, construction is now starting, and maybe in the next 10 years this place will be like Prampram. Yes, this place will be like Prampram. So the Ningo Prampram District is not just Prampram, but Prampram is the center of the city. Okay, the center of this place, but it has a lot of communities over here. Ningo, New Ningo, Old Ningo, Great Ningo, Swapa, you know, so many, Dawa, Chopoli. Chopoli has Swapa, Agoto, so many places. The Igbenya Dawa is also has having a lot of communities. So, and each place has how developed it is and how close it is to town. Okay, so this is just to brief you. Over here we were heading back to the junction where we would continue to Bueko. Okay, Bueko is also another beautiful place. Okay, though the place is plain, like here there's a Pentecost church that has already moved there. You know, when a church moves to somewhere, it means the development of the place will be swift and very fast. Okay, so we saw how, you know, this is the other side of the where we went to look at the lands. This is the other side of it. Okay, so where lands are also available. Okay, so you see over here, school children had, you know, clothes from school, and then they were going back home and all. We arrived at Bueko, where the Muzama Disco Christo Church was located, and then a Pentecost church had already um, completed their building, and then church had already commenced. Okay, they had started using the place for church services. So this is Bueko. Okay, there's a bridge here where you'd have to pass on a small bridge and then enter. But Bueko, to me, you know, looks like a peaceful, nice place. Okay, that is the Pentecost church located right there. And you see here too is another huge place, and this place is nowhere close to where we went to view the land. So even though they look the same, they look alike, but no, this place is way far away from where we went to view the lands as Chopoli. This is Bueko, opposite Chopoli, about 7 minutes drive, or 7 to 10 minutes drive from Chopoli. This is on the Ningo Road, opposite Chopoli. Yes, on the Ningo Road, not the Aflao Road towards Dowenya, but the Ningo towards the old Ningo Road. Yes, this is Bueko. Okay, and these are where lands are located also. This place is closer to the the Ningo Senior High School. Okay, so in about 10 minutes you arrive at the Ningo Senior High School from this place. Okay, and you see how beautiful their lands also look like. Okay, their lands are so beautiful, and it's a peaceful place. Over here, when you're coming, you have to come with a motor or your own vehicle. Okay, that's what I saw people do. And here too is isolated. I'm sure price of land here might not be closer to that of Chopoli, but they might be a little closer. They might be about the same or a little higher to the price of Chopoli lands. Okay, because Bueko seems to be on the road to Old Ningo, so their prices might not be the same as Chopoli, but they might be, you know. But one thing about here is finding a vehicle was a little problematic. You'd have to, because the vehicles come already loaded. So if you are lucky and a motor rider comes to pass by, that's the public transport means that it's being used here. I saw a lot of people on motor. So before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to this beautiful channel and keep your requests coming in. Now I want Charles why one Charles and some can necessary as I say and easy over calling now now try videos sound bibi kakra say or him my own team no moon suffer more like you never more energy and the just by the way and the obi and so be a so I want Charles on Charles. So please, it was nice having you. And please don't forget to subscribe, and keep your orders coming in. Tell me where you'd want to see again. And Obefia's delivery services is ready to give you all your demands. Okay, bring the shopping is you are calling home. They are saying they don't have time to do the shopping for you. Call Obefia on 0545 and she'll do the shopping and then send it to you via DHL. Won't pay way now, pay. See you later in the next video. And don't forget that I love you with the love of the Lord. Say cheese and ciao.